Hey guys, sorry this is really late. Unfortunately I was really poorly last night and spent the night in bed with a screaming migraine, so I didn't actually get to watch Over the Limit until this morning. So I've just finished watching it, so I'm going to do my review now. I actually didn't write down star ratings as I was going through this, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit. Drew versus Kofi being the first match. One thing I want to say before I start this is that the crowd was crap. Oh my god, the crowd was really bad. I mean, I don't know whether it was just really bad acoustics, but even like Orton and Cena didn't really get a big pop. Not the way they I've heard louder pops than that on Raw, which does kind of make me think that it was probably the acoustics of the building and just a little unfortunate. But I do think that the crowd kind of put a bit of a kibosh on it from the start. Drew versus Kofi was the first match. The crowd were even deader than usual whenever Drew McIntyre was on offensive. The second Kofi came up, they did perk up a little bit. Kofi won, which I was really surprised at because I thought they were gonna stick with the whole Drew McIntyre thing. After the match, Drew threw a little sulk, and Matt Hardy came in and gave him a twist of fate, which was quite nice. I put 2.5 stars on this one. After this, we had a very creepy CM Punk promo. He was like looking in the mirror, and like Serena and Luke were like zombied. It was a bit sort of like, this is a bit weird. So yeah, that was that. Then we had Truth versus DiBiase. I was actually really surprised at this. I actually picked Truth to win, but he didn't win the way I expected him to. He actually won clean, which was quite surprising. I did really like the suplex into a stunner that Truth did. I thought that was quite a nice little move. Alright little match, another sort of 2.5 stars. Ray versus Punk, CM Punk is bold, which I predicted, yeah. Quite enjoyed that. I think watching Ray shave Punk was nearly as amusing as most of the match. 3-star match, quite a good little match. All the Ray Punk matches are quite good. Couple of nice little moves. Jeremy's versus the Hart Dynasty came out with separate themes, which I was a bit gutted at because I quite wanted to hear I'm Awesome, Break the Walls Down. I think the combination of that would be quite fun, but unfortunately we didn't get it. And Miz seems to have gone to Batista's tailor and got himself a leather jacket. I actually quite like it. It actually looks quite good on him, to be fair. This doesn't look like a gay porn star like Batista does in his, but hey. You could tell that with it being in Detroit, it's quite far north, so there was quite a few Canadian fans, because we actually got some Y2J chants, which made me smile, because Y2J chants always make me smile. Hart Dynasty won, fair enough, they are the better team. Obviously it was Jeremy's second match ever, so you can't really argue at that. What was next? Oh, what should have been the match of the night. This, when his arm went, I was watching it, I just went, because I've dislocated my shoulder and it fucking hurts. Excuse my language, but no, that is, it's just you can actually see where his shoulder drops. You can actually see, if you watch it back on the replay, you can actually see his shoulder drop. And it's like, oh bastard. Apparently it was actually done earlier on in the match, and just when he went to do the thumping thing, it just went from being slightly dislocated to just dropping, which is what made the difference. And I mean, they couldn't the fact that he even tried to keep going shows you how much these guys actually put into this. Because to be honest, a lot of people when they separate their shoulder will pass out. because it is extremely painful. But if you're wondering why he was grabbing his arm, it's actually due to the fact that he was trying to pull his shoulder up to try and take some of the weight off of his shoulder, which is why he was holding his lower arm. It's something that if you've ever had a shoulder injury, they always say if you hold the top, then you're actually putting pressure on the muscles that are around the shoulder. If you hold the bottom, you can just take some of the weight off of your shoulder, which was visibly what he was trying to do. Oh, I just felt so sorry for him. I think it's horrible when they get hurt. And everybody who's making videos slagging off guys who get injured, get in the fucking ring and do it before you start bitching at people. Because seriously, these guys take a lot of risks for our entertainment all the fucking time. And yet, sometimes they get hurt. And you should respect that. And you know what I mean? You can't sit there and slag off these guys for getting injured. That's beyond sick. I'm sorry, but that really annoys me. I can't believe that anybody would put somebody down for getting injured. I realise that there are some that are more injury prone and probably shouldn't be doing so much high profile matches. But you look at the injury list and you can guarantee there will be at least one wrestler injured a month just in WWE. And they take that risk for us, and I'm sorry, but anyone who's going to put them down when they get injured deserves slapping as far as I'm concerned. Swagger versus Show. Swagger DQ'd himself, got himself DQ'd by whacking Show with the title on the head. Yeah, it was alright. It was what I was expecting. I was expecting Swagger to find some way to get out of it, and I knew that Show wasn't going to win the title, so the Divas match was alright. There were a couple of actually quite nice moves in it for a Divas match. Eve pulled out a couple of nice moves. It's quite nice when they actually let her use some of the moves she actually knows, because she actually does know martial arts and she does know some quite nice moves, but normally they don't let her do them, and they actually let her use a couple and she looks far more credible, which I think they need to start doing. They need to start letting her introduce more and more of the mixed martial art moves into her moveset so that she can actually look like a credible champion. Batista versus Cena. I thought the end was a bit bleh. It was like, yeah, whatever. I don't know, three star-ish match, 3.5. I bet some people will put it at 4 just because they're Cena marks. But to be honest, though, I probably am rating it low because the match I was really interested in was Orton Edge, and I was really gutted when Orton got injured. So after that, I really genuinely wasn't paying that much attention, and I did skip through most of the Batista Cena match just because I find them two generally quite dull. Overall, it's an average pay-per-view, much like the last few pay-per-views have been very average. It was alright. I'm kind of glad that I didn't stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning watching it, but considering the fact that I was in my bed going, pain, because I had migraine, I didn't really have much choice. Yeah, I kind of find it funny that the WWE was panicking about how low their pay-per-view sales are. I was like, did you not notice you're going up against one of the last ever episodes of one of the top TV shows of the past 3 years? Realistically. Oh, by the way, don't tell me what happened in the last, because I'm going to watch that next. So this was my review. Sorry it's really late, and take care everybody.